No one can accurately tell you it was wrong. No one can accuse the authorities concerned of not rising to the occasion. No one can answer that with a certainty. No one can appreciate the bliss of health until he loses it. No one can argue how good the team is. No one can avoid it or prevent it. No one can be against that. No one can be belabored into righteousness. No one can be certain about everything, in hindsight is easy. No one can be complacent, and no one is complacent. No one can be free who is in debt. No one can be master over life and death. No one can be neutral now. No one can be perfect. No one can be so oblivious as not to notice your actions. No one can be sure about that. No one can be sure about the outcome of the match. No one can be sure about what will come out of that. No one can be that quiet. No one can beat a man that's busy working. No one can beat me in the memory department. No one can beat me. No one can beat that man in swords. No one can bring a person to consciousness with magic power. No one can buy more than that on credit. No one can buy time with money. No one can call back yesterday. No one can change your life except for you. No one can come between us. No one can come between us. No one can compel, force, a bird to sing, if it does not want to. No one can compel obedience. No one can compete with me. No one can compete with your lasagna. No one can control that. No one can control the weather. No one can control what people will scribble on the web. No one can convince him of anything, he's a doubting Thomas. No one can create a soul. No one can defend that, and we would never try to do so. No one can deny it. No one can deny me that. No one can deny that it has destructive power. No one can deny that my parents are a match made in heaven. No one can deny the coherence of the argument. No one can deny the fact that everything changes. No one can deny the fact that the earth moves round the sun. No one can deny the fact that you are guilty. No one can deny the verity of that research. No one can dictate who is or isn't legally allowed to have children. No one can discern the difference between the two. No one can discourage her from marrying the man of her own choice. No one can distract me when I'm up there. No one can disturb me now. No one can do everything. No one can do it alone. No one can do it but him. No one can do it for you. No one can do it. No one can do that. No one can do two things at once. No one can do what you say. No one can doubt that he cares about ordinary people a lot. No one can doubt that it is deteriorating. No one can doubt that the matter is serious. No one can easily say that he or she is in love. No one can encroach human rights. No one can equal him in English. No one can equal him. No one can keep a secret. No one can equal my wife in cooking. No one can escape eating a certain amount of dirt on his or her food. No one can ever be absolutely sure. No one can ever do that again. No one can ever follow. No one can ever know, Harry. No one can excoriate you, Sean. Sean. No one can excoriate you. No one can explain what happened that night. No one can fill your shoes. No one can fix this. No one can force me to attend the meeting. No one can force someone to have babies. No one can foresee what will happen in the future. No one can foresee what's to come next. No one can foretell his destiny. No one can foretell what it might want to do in future. No one can get in here to harm you. No one can get the better of her in an argument. No one can get through there. No one can go against what he says. No one can go out during curfew time in Baghdad. No one can guarantee that there won't be another September 11th, or worse. No one can guess who is right. No one can hear you then. No one can help me now. No one can help me. No one can help this boy but me. No one can help you now. No one can judge which is right and which is wrong.